Good afternoon, brave hearts. Good morning and good evening all around the world. I'm here with Debbie. We're in Bonita, Florida, and Debbie's on her way back to Stuart, Florida, where she lives, and she has her clinic, all right, where she does cell-sonic, non-surgical. But today we have Emmitt, and I don't know if you've been following our little doggy tail, but the tale goes like this. Why don't you start from the beginning and just give them like a synopsis, but I'll just be like the story wrecker. So Emmitt, I don't know how many weeks ago, maybe it was about 8 weeks ago.
June 30th.
June 30th, Emmitt was at the vet, and you have to understand something, okay? You're going to have to go off grid. You're going to have to be different. You're going to have to break away from the herd. You might get like 1 out of 1,000 veterinarians that are totally open-minded, okay? It's so easy to program people, and the more professional they are, the more programmed they are. Yes or no? Yes or no? So the reality is that June 30th, Emmitt was given a death sentence, and they said, you need to put Emmitt down because Emmitt, the cancer's gone too far, and we've got to put him down. Anyways, why don't you start from the beginning? We're just going to give you a story here so that you understand that. Go ahead, put your pets down, put your family down if they're bothering you. But if you would like them to hang around with you because you enjoy them, just know this. Let's cut the BS and get rid of the dysfunctional belief systems, because anything that's government approved, okay, is going to be erasing your pets and your friends and your family fairly quick.
Yes. So I noticed about maybe a little less than a year ago, Emmitt was starting to lose his fur from his waist down to his tail. He was also uncontrollably itching, with the back leg. So as time went on, we worked on his hips. We opened up his hips. And then in June, he got sick on that day. So the 29th to the 30th, he got sick. We went in. They did an ultrasound on his abdomen, and they found masses on his adrenals.
Now, masses, okay, the invisible creates the physical. So, the first part of Emmitt's life, Emmitt was not fed good food. He was fed Oreo cookies and salt and vinegar chips. That would be kibble. You people out there that are on the science diet, we know what happens when you follow the science, don't we? Anyway, so that was the first 7 years, wasn't it?
Yes, the first 7 years
First
of his
7
life.
years he was on cookies and cream.
Yes.
So you have to understand, so he's what, 14?
He's going to be 15 in January.
15. Okay, and just remember something. They said that his time expired on June the 30th.
Yeah, he could either have surgery, which he's already 14 and a half, so we're not doing surgery. And, or some people would put him down at this point. So I said, I'm coming to get my dog, and brought him home and immediately started cell-sonicking him. He was already on some nutraceuticals, but we upped his amount. So we gave him 4 critical shrooms a day. We did SON formula. We did the Sononium minerals.
Okay, can we take them one at a time?
Sure.
And then I want to tell you why we did what we did and what they are. But I do want to tell you this. Did you get a call? I've already referred 2 people with dogs in the last 3 days. Did you get a call yet?
I have had one lady.
Okay,
she's
so
in California right now.
There's a gentleman that's going to call you too, okay, about his dog. Just know that, she's given Emmitt enemas, okay? So understand something. You can go, oh my God, that's so weird. Okay, well, guess what? Her dog is still here. Where's your dog? Okay? Let me tell you something right now. The day that you decide to become open-minded and go with the flow and realize that everything that we've been taught is almost a lie, okay? All right, so anyways, so right away you put Emmitt on.
4 critical mushrooms a day.
So understand, critical care thunder shrooms, they're 90 years old. There's 40 years to prove that these critical care thunder shrooms will build the immune system in your pets or your family or yourself faster than any other product we know of on the planet. Please do your own homework and try to challenge me, try to prove that I'm wrong, or trying to make a market pitch here. because understand something, they work. I mean, we have on the protocol that we put Emmitt on, but adults take more.
Yes.
We have people that are leaving the hospitals, people that are leaving hospice and going home. So understand, the people that are telling people that this is the end of the world as we know it, they're not lying because they actually believe it. But as soon as you decide you don't want to be a statistic, whether you're a human being or a dog, okay, doggone it, then it'll change. I mean, if you change, life changes, okay? So the Thunder Shrooms, they are 90 years old, whereas 95% of all mushrooms that you buy are 2 to 6 weeks old, and they're grown in a laboratory. Okay.
So he's on the SON formula.
SON formula is the, when we're talking about amino acids and protein, because if you noticed, whether you're talking about a dog or cat or a human being, we all function the same. So when you get older, you don't lose weight, you lose muscle. And if you have what we call cancer eats up muscle because it utilizes it as energy because you're burning up. You've got a forest fire. It's stage 4 inflammation. So what we did is we gave, I didn't, but Debbie did on it. So Debbie gave Emmitt SON formula. Now, these are amino acids that are 99% absorbed. There's not another product like it on the planet. So by giving Emmitt that, while we're putting out the fire, while we're changing around his genetics, we're not going to let him lose any more muscle because great, got rid of the cancer, okay, but now he doesn't have any muscle and he can't walk, okay, so that's what happens, okay, so we want to make sure that didn't happen. So whether you're talking about Emmitt the dog or Julie the human, it's the same story. Go ahead.
The Sononian minerals.
Sononian minerals, they're also called the Perfect Day minerals. They've got 150 nutrients in them, all organic, right from minerals to coenzymes to enzymes to antioxidants to vitamins. Our Perfect Day or Sononian minerals will outdo any prenatal multi. They'll outdo any multi that's out there. It took us 4 years to actually put this formula together, okay?
He's on the Ormus Minerals and Beyond Ormus.
Okay, so there's a company called Concentrace, and they sell most of the trace minerals on the planet. That comes from Salt Lake, and Salt Lake has more mercury in it than anything else. But I'm not trying to put that down. I'm trying to tell you our trace minerals have the highest electrical conductivity, electrolytes, okay, that you can possibly get. And our Beyond Ormus minerals, they actually come from the melt-off in the Antarctic, where we take 100 liters and then we concentrate it down into 1 liter. And then what we do is then we take the product and it gets made into Ormus. And Ormus, it works on the etheric side, okay? It's a real high energy. So it doesn't just help physically, it helps whoever takes it emotionally. You can feel it right away. Brain conductivity, balance, things of that nature.
He takes Black Diamond.
Black Diamond. Okay, so just so you know, Black Diamond is for the cells, the brain, the blood, okay? And it goes right into the cells. And the black gold goes from the mouth to the rectum and creating good bacteria. But what these two products do, they grab heavy metals, they grab parasites, they grab fungus, okay? They grab our chemicals and they lock it down right away so he doesn't have to experience a detox. But the black gold will actually create new bacteria in Emmitt's intestines, which your bacteria are 85% of your immune system. But the black diamond and the black gold will drop off, again, 80 micronutrients if it's black gold throughout the digestive tract. If it's black diamond, that would be in the cells, the brain, and the other tissues of the body. And we're the only company on the planet that doesn't use chemicals to process our humic fulvic. Okay?
So his...
Oh, and just so you know, guys, I want to say this. You know this thing that people have been getting and they might not wish they did? Understand, here's the 3 top things that have now been really researched and studied for clearing that out of people, and that's curcumin. Our curcumin Cayenne 5000 is the strongest curcumin you can find. C60, MCT oil C60, and hemp oil C60. And the other one is humic fulvic. And you can bring somebody right down and get rid of their symptoms. So if you know people that have done this once, twice, 3 times, 4 times, and they've got turbo illness happening, okay, you might want to tell them this. And this is not to create more sales for us, but just do your third-party research. I have one of my staff grabbing all the research now that we're finding about these 3 products that actually will help to do that and turn that around.
So he's on the Black Diamond, he's on the Curcumin Cayenne, he's on the C60.
So the C60, he's on the MCT oil C60.
Yes, yes.
So understand, C60 is 270 times stronger than vitamin C. I didn't say 270%, I said 270 times. It is the strongest antioxidant on the planet. And the thing is that we know that it actually neutralizes what this does. Okay? All right.
And the detox tea.
And the detox tea to keep his bowels moving.
Yes.
Because the older you get, you'll see that people usually have more bowel problems and they become more dehydrated. Okay? And the reality is he's also drinking structured water.
Yes.
And he has Black Diamond in it because
Yes.
the structured water will hydrate 1,000% better than just tap water or bottled water, or even Kangen water doesn't hydrate like structured water, even though Kangen water is a good water. So the reality is that, well, take a look. You want to bring his face close and they can see his eyes so that you can see that he's 14 years old.
Almost 15.
Almost 15, and he was, they said, goodbye, Emmitt, you're going now. So let me tell you something. Can I just say something, everyone? Don't let anybody give you a death sentence. Don't let anybody give your family a death sentence. It's not because they want them to leave. It's just because you can't do better till you know better. And you're not going to know better if you go to any government school. And I just said that, and I don't care what people think anymore, because government schools are regulated by the government, and there's a government inside the government that runs the government that is run by you know who. I don't need to get into all of this stuff. I'm just trying to tell you that it's time to wake up, and you're never going to call yourself awake until you have self-awareness that you exist, that you are beautiful, that you matter, that you deserve everything you've been promised, but nobody's going to give it to you. You have to go out and get it. And you don't have to hurt anyone or take away anything from anyone. You just got to believe in yourself and put it out to the universe, put it out to God, put it out to your creator, put it out to source. And understand that whatever you believe in, doesn't matter what you believe in, there's so many different beliefs, because that which created the whole universe doesn't take it personal, okay? All right. Doesn't have a personality disorder like us. All right? So anyways, so Emmitt is doing fine, as you can tell. He goes for long walks, he jumps around.
Yes, he's while we were here doing the class here in Bonita Springs, he was actually coming with me occasionally, and I think everybody was amazed at how active he was, you know, just going around. Yesterday, my niece, he did stay home. We had a long day, so my niece was off, and she was like, oh, he just drove me nuts all day, you know, because usually a 15-year-old dog should be sleeping all day, but this dog wasn't. This dog was up, running around. Noticed a big change with the Beyond Ormus, you know, even increasing him.
Just so you know, we've had our Beyond Ormus trace minerals, which is electrolytes. It is the highest electrical conductivity of electrolyte mineral solution on the planet that we know. I'm sure somewhere in the world there's better than us, and maybe even lots, but we can't find it yet. And if we do, we'll switch to that. But right now, that's where we stand, and you can feel it when you take it. So, and even when we're dealing with patients that have a symptom they call cancer, which I call stage 4 inflammation, when you have a very aggressive program to turn that around, we put these patients on the Beyond Ormus minerals, because you have to, because you can't have all these dead soldiers laying around in your body. You know, some protocols are very great, like getting rid of the cancer for Emmitt is important, but the Beyond Ormus is like going out and making sure all the dead soldiers, okay, are taken care of, because we can't have anything disintegrating or putrefying in him when we already know that his immune system is shaky. So, there's an art to healing. And then you were talking about how you did work
Yes.
on him. I want to teach you something if I could right now.
So Emmitt also gets, I try to do a little bit of non-surgical on him every day, but some days he doesn't get it. He had gotten a cell sonic treatment a couple days ago, and I did some work. Now, Doc always talks about everything is caused by a block. And we found Emmitt's block, and Emmitt's block is on his spine right above where his kidneys and adrenals are. So that's why he had the issue there.
And the reason why he has it is because Emmitt's always been a bit of an if he was a human being, you'd say, Emmitt, calm down. Don't be so anxious all the time.
Yeah. He was raised with
stress.
Yes.
Around stress.
First 6 years. Yes.
Okay.
So I cell-sonicked him. I did a little bit of non-surgical on the one side of the spine, and we were getting some good work done. And it was about 3-4 hours later, he vomited. So I kind of...
So, and Debbie didn't mean it like this, but she said, yeah, he got sick. But actually, what she should have said is he got well. So you have to understand, when people get a flu and a cold, they have to have that because they don't eat right, think right, drink right. You're never going to hear that I have a flu or a cold. You might hear that I have a little bit of a sniffle, but I'll never be laid up in bed with a fever, okay? If you follow me, you know that I'm always traveling. Like in 20 minutes, I'm in a car. We're going to go to Orlando. I've got a professional training that I'm doing up there, for some professional practitioners. And the reality is this, and then I'm going to be meeting with Jim Gale, Food Forest Abundance, and we're going to be having some meetings. And then I'm off to Puerto Rico, then I'm off to Mexico. So you see, all this traveling, all this going, you might catch me with a little bit of sniffle, but I'll never be sick. And the reason why we get sick is because we get sick to get well. So you get diarrhea when you're constipated, because diarrhea is a form of chronic constipation. Throwing up is swallowing BS, dysfunctional belief systems, and eating the wrong foods, combining them wrong, not chewing them properly, eating when you're anxious, those kind of things. So the reality is you've been taught that if something's coming out of some orifice, you're sick, when actually your body says, no, I'm trying to make you well. If you're going to be garbage in on an emotional, physical level, I got to get rid of it somehow. The reality is you're going to blow up. So when he got the cell sonic, cell sonic is the most powerful energy medicine device in the world. It'll shut down stage 4 inflammation, which they call cancer. It'll shut it down, and we know that. But will it stay down? Well, we have to have the person changing their personality, changing their choices on what they eat, think, and drink, because your personality creates everything in your life on a financial, on an emotional, on a physical level. And most people don't even get this. It's way over their head. Not because they're dumb. It's because they've been dumbed down, and programmed all our lives. And the reality is this. I have the highest respect for everybody on this planet. And guess what? You've been screwed over. And the reality is you're not dumb. And it's not your fault if you're sick. But it is your responsibility to get well. And see, and this little guy is hoping that she has self-awareness, that she understands what's going on in the world, and that everything is being sold off by the pound so that she could save her dear friend, from a vet who doesn't know better. That's all. It's not a big deal. You just got to be aware.
Yes.
Yeah.
So he's amazing. He's just every day gets a little better, and
And someday he will pass on, but it's very nice to know that we were able to give life, that we were able to give a better life to the people and the pets we love.
Right. He's ever since 3 days after that incident, he's just I've not had any issues as far as like, you know, he's just happy, he's getting healthy, he's amazing.
You got to throw it up.
Yeah.
You got to poo it out. You got to pee it out. You got to sweat it off. And if you don't want to have a fever, okay, forever, then you got to do a black diamond warm water enema, structured water enema. Because you know what? How many of you put up with fevers and feeling sick when you should have did therapeutic vomiting, when you should have did the ultimate coffee enema, when you should have done, you know, a warm water black diamond enema? You know, just get your butt off the burner. I mean, if you want to keep all that crap in there, your body's got to boil your blood to try to get rid of the infection, or you can just take the cork out of your butt and get moving, get grooving, get living, get giving.
Yeah. And speaking of that, my niece, I'm staying with my niece, so she was feeling a little under the weather. And so, you know, she has allergies and...
There's no such thing as allergies.
Yeah.
There's a blockage in her cecum.
Yes.
There's no such thing as allergies. There's a blockage in her cecum.
Which we know she's full of fungus. But so I went ahead and, you know, because she's in her 20s, so I did some non-surgical on her sinuses to open her up. And the next morning, she was in the shower and she says she couldn't believe what came out. And she says it was like this big and it was a hard piece of mucus. And I said, yeah, that's been in you for a long time. And she could finally smell. You know, I mean, this has been going on, all the stuff that, you know, we have eaten, all the processed foods that you know, we have been brainwashed to eat. So,
brainwashed. So guess what you got to do? You got to do boot camp brainwash and brainwash yourself. People go, oh yeah, he does some kind of brainwashing. I certainly do. I'm going to brainwash all the crap out of you so that you love and honor and respect yourself so no one else can disrespect you again. You know, our first course is going to be, Sage, my son, Dr. Sage, is going to be doing a course. Our first course is going to be in January. Okay, in January, we'll be in Ixtapa at the Cala Del Mar. It's a 4-diamond resort. We'll be doing the Whole Life Coach. We'll be doing the Wolf Non-Surgical Certification. And we'll be doing the Braveheart Circle and the pelvic course. The pelvic course for women, it's 3 days. And that's to learn how to restore your pelvis. Hey, Debbie?
yes.
The Braveheart Circle is for somebody who says, I'll take 4 days to stick my toe in to start seeing how I can love and care for myself. And hopefully it won't kill me or God won't send me to hell. You know, because everybody thinks that if you start loving and caring for yourself, that's selfish. And guess what? You better be selfish enough to know what a perfect day is on how to love, care, and protect yourself, or your ass is grass. And I'm serious. And then the Whole Life Coach course, it's a 9-day course. You know, 50% of the people that come, they're not opening a business, are they?
No.
They come because they want to change their life and help their family. And this is a 9-day course with me. And it's brainwash boot camp. It's all about nutraceuticals. It's all about exercise. It's all about diet. When you leave there, you are, by the 3rd day, do we crack their coconut?
I've been working on my bachelor's, and so I've done the 3 courses and assisted with 2, so a total of 5. I have not had one person or seen one person that has done anything but just say, wow, with everything. By the 3rd day, they're just learning so much, just all the stuff. And
that's because there is a genius in everyone. Do you get this? Okay, there's no authority over you. There's nobody smarter than you. Don't dumb yourself down. Don't do that. Don't ever do that again.
And I was just coming to learn some non-surgical techniques on my first one. And in the first day of my whole life, first course, I think I learned more in that one day than in the 30 years I had practicing the medicine that I knew, which I was a fire rescue captain with the city and also a nurse practitioner. So I knew already just by being in that class that first day and continuing the 9 days. It was amazing. He said things that made so much sense, and it was like, wow, we were never taught this.
And there's nothing special about me at all.
No.
Everybody that comes, they learn it just as well or better than I do, and then they go off and they start doing their thing the way they want to do it, and they start helping people the way they want to do it, and it's about helping people, isn't it?
Yes, it is. It's everything like that. Just waking up and trying to help people, teach them how to heal their own bodies. That's it.
Yeah, so we're starting our world tour in January, and we don't finish until next November. This will be the last real hard go around for me. I'm just trying to see if I can really sow some beautiful seeds around the world, and then have master trainers like Debbie. And Debbie's on her way. She's gonna go all the way and get her doctorate in natural medicine from us. And understand something. Don't limit yourself, and don't believe anything that anybody says. You know, the sky is not the limit. Your beliefs are the limit, and they're not even your beliefs if they have limits. Your beliefs should not have limits. No more limits. Okay? No more limits. All right?
So Emmitt did come by to see you this morning to say thank you. Because, see, Doc showed me how to heal him and gave me the tips that I needed, and just the little extra things. Now I know, now I can help other people, and that's how we do it. That's it.
And that's how we do it. We don't want you to be like us. We don't want you to train like us. We want you to find your authentic self and take what you already know, and then take what we know, and then go take what other people know and create your own thing. I mean, this is what it's all about. You have a purpose. You are a piece of the puzzle to help humanity. So find your purpose, find your passion, and just gift the heck out of it. Do you understand? So there's people on here asking about their dogs. So can you give your phone number and they can call you? But Debbie just lives in Stuart, Florida. So if you live around the area, you want to come for Cellsonic or non-surgical or a perfect day consult, or if you want to get on the phone with her, she does, perfect day doggy consultations. She'll be on there for an hour. She'll go through everything with you from one end to their nose to the end of their tail. And then what she'll do, she'll answer your calls when you start working with your dog. We're talking about a whopping $150. She'll send you the perfect day manual. And then guess what? She's going to take your phone calls whenever you call, whether you're a human being or you're a pet. Okay?
So my practice is Stewart Health and Healing, and our website is stewarthealthandhealing.com. And you can reach me at 305-342-9559, 305-342-9559. And you can email me at dswain, so DSWAIN 1202 @att.net.
Absolutely. Okay. And my phone number is 469-861-8884. I will call you back. Just have to leave a message. That's all you got to do. And understand it's an honor and a privilege to talk to you. I swear to God. Do not say, Dr. Wolf, I know you're busy. I got to do that. No. This is what we do, isn't it? Isn't this what we do? Okay. All right. So we're going to go, right?
Yes, we are. We got a lot to do today.
Yep. So how about this? 3, 2, 1. Doggone it. I am Braveheart. I am healed. I am love. God bless.
Have a great day, guys.